How's it going, good friends? Brian from Apex Detail here. I have yet another viewer send in and review request. This one is from Dan. Thank you, Dan. He wants me to showcase the Eagle One tire and wheel cleaner. This is the all tire and wheel cleaner. They do have a few, and I did showcase one already. This one here, I wanted to get out to you. This is going to be a shorter video, but I wanted to get it out quickly because they do have some sales and some pushing out of stock sales and reductions that bring it down to $2.30. Let's get this video started so you can run out and grab some before they run out of supplies. Eagle One, you can get it in the 16-ounce foamer here or the 23-ounce spray bottle. The 16-ounce foamer here was just $5.40 to begin with. However, there is a clearance on that, which brings it down to $2.30. One heck of a buy. If it's effective at all, let's find out. There's no shortage of wheels and tires to test on around my area, so we're going to start with something that really isn't too bad. It's a chrome wheel. It's supposed to be nice and shiny on the barrel of the wheel here, but it's lightly contaminated with some brake dust, so we'll work on something that's just lightly soiled first. Now what I want to do is show you the difference between when it's sprayed directly onto metal surfaces of wheels, well, all surfaces, painted surfaces as well, compared to when you spray it directly onto rubber. When you spray it onto a wheel, you're not going to see the browning or the loosening or breaking down or lifting of the brake dust that you will see when it is sprayed directly on tires. And when you spray it on tires, you're going to see that browning effect right away. It's breaking down, it's emulsifying. On wheels here, you don't notice it. I'm going to spray it off with the hose here without agitating it, just to show you. It needs a little bit of light agitation. It doesn't matter if you're using it on a lightly soiled, lightly dusted wheel, something that's well maintained, or something that's really heavily soiled. And we're going to get to something like that a little bit later as well. And as you're going to be able to see here, it didn't make much of a difference. I do have some cleaners that will make a little bit of a difference, and I do use those wheel cleaners on a daily basis because, guys, brake dust is one of the most abrasive elements that will come in contact with your car, clear coat, or wheel. So a pre-treat's important. Get rid of that grit, as much of it as you can anyway, before you agitate or make contact. And that's what I'll do here. I'll go with the second layer, and I'll do a light agitation with something very light, a brush that's very soft, not aggressive at all. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to use a little wheel woolly here. Let me bring you in. You can see with the wheel woolly and some light agitation, we got the wheel perfectly clean except for some pitting in here. Now let me quick show you what I was speaking of earlier when spraying on tires. You will almost immediately see the browning effect as it starts to lift and emulsify. The gook that is brake dust combined with tire gels and dressings and whatever splashes up from the roadways. It'll lift that and you'll see that immediately. This set of wheel and tire here, it's taken care of, it's maintained, but we're going to get to some neglected tires in just a few short seconds. There you go. Something that's really not heavily soiled is what this product is perfect for, maintenance. But we are going to get to something that is really hammered and just test it, because that's what we do here. And I found just the item right here. This is brake dust that has been baked on a cap that hasn't been cleaned probably since it's been set on there and the tire has been balanced. We're going to spray this on, just give it a few short seconds. We're going to agitate it. We'll just use something soft to agitate it. We won't use anything aggressive. We want to see what the product can do by itself. Actually, as we rinse away what has been lifted and separated from the cap itself, it's actually a little bit surprising the work that this has done. Other than the pitting from just utter neglect, the cap looks a whole lot better. From wheels to tires, here's a tire that it has the browning effect going on near the bead and just hasn't been cleaned in a long, long time. And we'll use the Eagle one to take care of that, at least half the tire anyway, so we have a 50-50. So let me spray half of the tire down, let it soak for a few minutes. Right out of the gate, you can see it starting to break down and emulsify that gunk sticking on the tire. So we're going to let that sit for 60 seconds or so. Let it do its work before we remove it. After a full moment or a little bit longer, this is what it looks like, and it's either ready to be pressure washed off. And what I'm going to do is I have a damp microfiber and a dry one. I'll remove the lifted gunk with a damp microfiber. We'll dry it, and then we can see what that half of the tire looks like. And without a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of pressure, and nothing really aggressive, this is what a product that's now $2.30 can do for you. Not bad, not the best, not the worst, but for the price, effective. Something I like to go to for testing, as you can see, there's a spot missing here. A wheel that not only has a lot of mileage without cleaning, but that's been setting in the sun for years and years. We're going to just use this on a little test area, spray it in the spot. I'll let it sit for a minute or two, come in with a soft detailing brush, agitate lightly, get rid of that, and if it has removed the baked-on gunk from this tire, then that tells me that this can do some work. At this point here, it's still a little damp, and it makes it look darker and richer, which is a little bit of a cheat. So let's let it dry completely. And here it is dried, and as you can see, it indeed stripped off that baked-on junk. Okay, good friends, time for the final thoughts segment of the video, and the Eagle One all-wheel and tire cleaner at this price point that it's at today cannot be matched. It's just as effective and just as strong as P&S Brake Buster. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.